Okay. What's up, guys? The Insane Terrell here. Sorry, I keep thinking because I'm doing an episode review, but I need to say my official name. Terrell here. What's up? This is Bakuman episode 2 review. I noticed on the first one I got like an ass amount of dislikes. Good first start. Yay. Fuck it. Anyways. This episode was actually really emotional, and I was actually happy because the thing is that because, you know, you have the Ozaki and Psycho situation where they're not talking, I was glad that they spent the second half of the episode reassuring that. I mean, now, to kind of explain what's going on, essentially, by the end of the episode, the first chapter of their series has been fucking published and shown in Jump. They're waiting for the polls. Miura was talking to them about the first 3 chapters. The first 3 chapters are the ones that Hattori had approved. So Miura was like, "No, we're not fucking those 3." Even though he did give his blunt opinion that he feels like it's stiff, but it's too great, because the 3rd chapter is when the fucking thing ends. Like, since the Trap is actually a series that has kind of episodic nature to it, the fact that the story ends within the first 3 chapters wouldn't draw any people in. And Miura's whole thing is that it needs a little bit more fluff, you know, something to keep the readers interested. But they said, fuck it. And his suggestion was to make 2 different chapter 4s. So if the first one didn't do well, then the second one is kind of like your backup plan. So, you know, to reinvent the storyline a little bit, because they were talking about introducing the rival and shit. We also got to see some development with their assistants. I'm not going to get all the names right, but I believe the girl's name is Kaito. The guy's name is Ogawa. And the guy, and the weird quiet guy that has a design close to douchebag face. I think his name is Takahama, I believe. And we actually learned a lot about Osagawa. He's really skilled writer assistant. Drawing assistant. And the dude apparently has a girlfriend. His girlfriend's pregnant, and he works a lot of jobs because he needs to make the money for the baby for his girlfriend and shit. Kaito apparently has some other aspiration, but we don't know what that is. I think it's and then you have Takashima. Takashima, I believe is how you pronounce it. I'm really bad. This is the first time I think I'm trying to remember their names. He is kind of this quiet dude that we kind of find who wants to work for Disney, which I find that awesome. That we actually have a character who wants to work for an American animation studio. And his whole thing is he's probably the least talkative. It was actually because Miyoshi, Shuji invited Miyoshi over, and it kind of helped get the conversation started. But Takashima wasn't joining in the conversation, and then when he's by himself by Psycho, he explains that he wants to work for Disney. He respects people who have drive and determination, but he's not a huge fan of Asagawa or Kaito. Asagawa he can kind of give lenient to because he has a lot of shit he's running with, and he's really skilled, and he's pushing on what he's good at because he mentions the fact that he's not good as a writer, but he's an incredibly talented artist. He's not a huge fan of Kaito because it seems like Kaito has like this aspiration she wants, but we don't know what it is. And she said that she was fine as being an assistant, which hinted at other things I hope gets addressed later. But that was the development. But the whole thing with Ozaki, which I thought was really good and brought the episode home, was essentially, since we haven't really got that much update with Ozaki, essentially it mentioned the fact that Ozaki did really well in that anime role she got, and they wanted her to do the photo book. Well, that was the thing she was emotionally fucking with. She was debating with. The reason being is because when she texted Psycho about it, after she ignored Psycho's text for like 2 days, when she finally texted Psycho about it, essentially they wanted her. The photo book is supposed to be her in a bathing suit, and Ozaki doesn't want to have a career based off of that shit. She doesn't want to become a popular voice actress because she's like a fucking pop idol. She wants to become a voice actress purely for her skill. But the thing is, she was debating it because she knew it would help her reach her dream sooner, but she would have to sacrifice her own morality to do so. Which to me was really, I like the fact they handled it this way, because literally, it becomes a really serious moment after that, like that nice talking scene with him and Takeshima that last night. Because Saiko's reading the text as he's getting off from school and freaks the fuck out when she sends him the text about it. And then he tries to call her and she won't pick up the phone. So he freaks out even more and he's like, fuck it, I'm running to her house. And Shuji and Kai are like, no, don't you fucking do that, because then you're gonna fuck up our whole manuscript day. They need something to write. You have assistants. You can't just shirk shit off because you and Miyoshi, so you can go have a date with Miyoshi. Fuck that shit. And he's still running. So Shujin calls the house phone, gets Azuki's mom to pick up, gives the phone to Azuki. Azuki won't say anything, but Takagi's sitting there explaining the situation because she won't pick up the fucking phone, saying that he's over there running to your house. You said encourage each other to follow your dreams, and you're preventing him with his dream because he's so fucking worried about you, which is cool for a boyfriend, but isn't helping him as a manga artist. And so she gets her shit together, calls him, and they agree that they're going to talk now. So their relationship has moved forward in the sense that she is willing, that she wants to talk about everything. And I'm actually surprised they did this the other way. Usually in any love story, they usually do the male character being stubborn, but they actually had it where Azuki was the one being stubborn because she wouldn't want to talk to him about it. She didn't want to, she wanted to handle it on her own. And they actually talked on the phone about it. That during the episode, it was essentially that he said, no, I don't want you to fucking do the photo book. And if you do the photo book, I don't want you to, it should only be for me. That's the only way. Which, honestly, I gotta agree with that, because if it's my girlfriend and she's doing a fucking photo book, my photo book, no one gets to fuck with that photo book. If that's my girlfriend, no. My photo book, this shit's being hoarded like a fucking hermit. So I give you thumbs up for that, Psycho, because there's no dude who wants to throw his girlfriend's pervy pics out there. Actually, I like the way she brought it up, because literally what it was is like, they want me to do the photo book, they want me to do some sketchy stuff, and she's like, what the fuck? And he's like, do you want to see me naked? And he's like, what? He's like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, the reason why I asked if you want to see me naked is because that's the only way I'll do bathing suit pics. I was like, he's kind of a dick when it comes to relay information that way. Which, cause she even put like the commas and like the parentheses and LOL, and I was like, really? This is a serious issue. And because she was crying over it. She literally is crying over this. Because she wants to achieve her dream to meet Psycho up there. Since he's already taking his steps, he's become, he's gotten in. He just needs to consistently be good and stay on top and get popular enough to get the fucking anime. And we haven't seen anything from her. And this could be her chance to get up there. But she doesn't want to fuck with her morality and actually have a talk, have a conversation. Essentially, she agrees not to fucking do it because she didn't want to do it either. She's not going to risk her moralities for it. And they also agreed to have a picnic at the beach with photos. That's like an addition onto the marriage thing. And they're going to talk on the cell phone more often now. And she's agreed to share more with him, and they should just talk more about everything. So I'm actually happy the relationship moved from just texting, because no healthy relationship can be had through text messages. This is what the problem with e-dating is. So I'm glad that they're going to talk, and I bet you in certain milestones they'll probably run into each other in terms of physical, talking and actually hanging out. I'm hoping that happens through some type of miracle. I'm also getting some more development, because we essentially have 3 student assistants, and one of them doesn't even want to fuck with the other 2. And I feel like that's gonna fuck up the whole situation, because the beginning of the episode is essentially them all being stiff as shit. Like, no one wants to say anything because they don't know what to fucking say. Of course, Miyoshi's the reason why the silence is broken, even though technically Asagawa is the one who does it. The next episode shows, oh man, I forgot her name. The silent chick. The silent chick. As I said, I remember Kuji, because Kuji's a bitch. So it's a Kuji and the silent chick. I don't know what the fuck is going on. But then again, I don't know what the fuck is going on, honestly. So we'll see what happens next episode. But all in all, this was a really good episode. I enjoyed the hell out of it. And honestly, I will say this episode kind of sums up why I like Bakuman so much. Because this episode kind of sums it up. You have a good, steady balance of romance along with the, it's a Shonen Jump manga that knew And it's very interesting because you get to understand the whole creative process behind the Shonen Jump manga. How, you know, you have your, you know, for a person who likes manga and likes anime and likes the manga that's the anime is based off of, it's interesting to see that this is kind of the setup how fucking mangaka work. Like Ichiro Oda and fucking Masashi Kishimoto and even TJ Kubo all write like this. They have their assistants. They have their own daily life issues with doing the manga, and you know, presenting the chapters on time and shit. And that's really what the second season is going to be kind of interesting to see how that balances out and how they can handle it. But good episode, really good episode. Can't wait for next week. This has been Terrell. This has been the Vlogs of Game from your boy Terrell, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace! Also, what did you think in the episode? Comment in the comment section below, please. Thank y'all.